Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gut Health Happy Hour. Today's edition is morning routine. And this is super important, you guys. So I'm so glad you are joining me. Say hello as you're coming on. Give me a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay so I know who I am hanging out with. I'm going to tag the people who wanted to be tagged because apparently some people have a problem finding this call. It's just live in the group every week, 3 p.m. Pacific time. So it should be simple to find. Sometimes you have to refresh your screen. So if you open the nutrition group, refresh your screen, then when I'm live, it should just pop up. But for those of you who requested, I'm going to go ahead and tag. And we'll get going. All right, hopefully that works and you all get your tag so that you can join in on all of the fun live. This is going to be a little bit more of a fun gut health happy hour because we're going to basically be walking you in real time through what a gut health coach does every single morning. A morning routine. I never knew how impactful it was. You know, I've been working on my gut health for 15 years and really finally only got, to where I'm feeling like amazing every day, like I feel now, probably in the last 5 years. And it might have had to do with implementing a morning routine. Of course, it's never just one thing. It's so many different things combined that really get you feeling your best. But since implementing a morning routine, I can feel a shift in my nervous system. I can handle things better that come my way, whether it's mental, emotional, physical stress. My digestion just works better because what you do in the morning sets you up for the rest of your day. Not only physically, but you're training your body with any routine that you do every day. Anything you do every day, you're training your brain, you're training your body, and that's what your body is going to plan for. So if you get up in the morning, first thing you do is have this really loud, annoying alarm, which immediately puts you into fight or flight. And then you grab your phone and you start checking your email or your socials. And that just continues the fight or flight pattern, that kind of stress pattern. And then you just toss back a cup of coffee. Your organs, your digestion is like, whoa, what is going on? Like, why is everything so stressful? Why we're so dehydrated? We worked all night with no water and now we're just getting coffee and then we're rushing off to work in the car. Like, your body just doesn't, that's teaching your body something about what is going to happen for the rest of the day. And your body's going to go, well, shit, if this is the way our day is starting, the rest of the day is going to be stressful as well. So we better get prepared for this. So let's shoot up the cortisol, the stress hormone. Let's shut down the digestion because your digestion is the most energy consuming process in the body. So if your body needs energy, it'll shut down digestion. And all of these things, your body's very smart. So if your body goes, we're about to have a stressful day, it's going to prepare you for that stress. And intentionally getting your body into rest and digest rather than fight or flight is really super important. And it's the most important thing to do first thing in the morning. And that is going to teach your body that we don't need all those stress reactions, that we can handle the things that come our way because we're taking good care of ourselves and we are teaching our bodies, our minds, our emotions, everything that's all connected. We're teaching ourselves how to deal with everyday life in a much easier, more relaxed way. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what I do from the second I wake up until I really get my day going. And it is, a few parts, but really all in all, it's just a few minutes. And you can adjust it to however many minutes you have, right? So, I know there are a lot of people who are nurses and get up before it's even light outside, or who have, 5 kids to help get ready in the morning. And everybody has their own thing, right? And this is true for anything in life. We all have our excuses for why we can't do something. I can't get healthy because of this. I can't eat well because of this. I don't have time to go grocery shopping. We all could make those excuses if we wanted to. But the fact of the matter is, we all have the same amount of time in a day, and it just matters on how you are programming your day and scheduling your day, right? So make sure you're saying hi as you come on, everybody. Give me hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Let me know what the very first thing you do in the morning is. Let me know what the first thing you do is and what the first thing you put in your mouth is. Super curious about this. I want to see what you all do in the morning. And if you have good ideas about a good way to get your day started, please drop it in the comments. I really like these trainings to be interactive, so I don't just feel like I'm here talking to myself. So say hi, give me what you do in the morning, okay? So first of all, back in the caveman days, back before there were artificial lights, people woke with the sun, right? So I don't want to wake with the sun. I like to sleep a little bit more, but a more natural way to wake up is to wake up with light like that. So a really nice way to wake up is with a sunlight lamp. Excuse me. So a lamp that starts out kind of dim and gets a little bit lighter, and then by the time it's ready for you to wake up at whatever time you want to wake up, it's super bright, like the sunlight coming into your window. And what that does is not only wakes you up in a gentle way where it doesn't immediately put your body into that sympathetic, stressed out nervous system, but it also will help you set your circadian rhythm. And your circadian rhythm is, most people know it as being a way to set your body up for proper sleep, but our bodies thrive in so many different ways on circadian rhythm, our hormones, our bacteria. So getting that light into your eyeballs very first thing in the morning is going to help you set your circadian rhythm. So you can just look up sunlight lamp on Amazon or whatever. And that's just, it's good for our bodies to wake up the way we were always meant to wake up, right? So I do that, and then I immediately go in and brush my teeth, because saliva is what helps sort of transport your bacteria, and a dry mouth can really grow a lot of bacteria. So since we're not producing saliva while we sleep, not very much, because we know we're not going to be swallowing, you can get bacteria that kind of grow in the mouth, and especially if you sleep with your mouth open, or if you have any kind of mouth guard or something like that you sleep with. I try to sleep with my mouth closed most of the time, but even if you do that, you can still get a bacterial buildup in your mouth. So it's really great first thing in the morning to just get up and give your mouth a little rinse, or brush your teeth, do some tongue scraping, something like that, to make sure that that bacteria gets cleared out and we're not swallowing it. Oral health is really super important for gut health, brain health, so many things. It's more than just about your teeth. And you want to make sure you're picking proper products that don't have alcohol, aren't antibacterial. You don't really want to use antibacterial mouthwash, because you're killing your good bacteria as well as the bad bacteria too. So just be mindful of the products you're using as well. If you want my oral health guide, go ahead and just put oral health in the comments, and Caroline will send that over to you. So brush the teeth, and then I go out to put the water on to make my mushroom matcha latte. So I switched from coffee a long time ago. If you love coffee, I'm not going to tell you to switch to anything, but for some people, coffee really just doesn't work for them, whether it makes them too jittery or gives them a big crash or upsets their stomach. Some people just don't do well with it. I do much better with matcha. It's got tons of antioxidants. It's a really calm energy. And this one has mushrooms in it. So good for stress, good for immunity, good for digestion, anti-inflammatory, all kinds of things. So I put on my water to make my tea. Now, while I'm waiting for my water to boil, I go get a nice big warm or room temperature glass of lemon water. Take half a lemon, squeeze it in. I keep my lemon squeezer right there in the sink, so I don't have to look for it. I try and set myself up for success, right? So you don't make your morning routine something where you're gonna have to go out of your way. So I have it sitting right there. Squeeze it in, get my big glass of water, take my super aminos. So this is the first part of our 10-day gut reset that we're starting on October 11th. If you want the link to that, drop reset in the comments and we'll send you the link to order. This is going to be a life changer, you guys. If any of my clients are on here that do Purium with me, tell me in the comments some of the benefits that you've had since doing these products. For me, it was life-changing. I thought I felt good before I found these products. I was already a gut health coach and I thought I felt great. Then I added these into my routine and it's like, I had no idea I could feel so much better. So this product in particular is amazing because what I see so often on people's gut microbiome tests is they're not breaking down protein well. And what that does is it causes toxic byproducts to build up in your colon. Your colon does not like a lot of protein. It likes fiber, it likes carbohydrates. So when all that protein that your body isn't breaking down well, isn't assimilating well, ends up in your colon, that's when you can have all kinds of things happening, all kinds of bowel issues and bacterial issues and things like that happening, which might be a big reason why you have uncomfortable gut issues going on. So this protein is pure protein that goes right into your muscles within 23 minutes. That's why it's called Super Amino 23. It starts building muscle and burning fat within 23 minutes. It doesn't go through your whole digestive tract. It gets assimilated into your lymphatic system and goes into your muscles within 23 minutes. So this is such a huge product for anyone with any gut health issues. And anyone who, like, they originally invented it for people who were in a hospital bed for them to get their protein and keep their muscle on because they couldn't use their muscle. So while I'm waiting for my tea, I get my big lemon water and I take my super aminos. And then I want to wait 23 minutes before I put anything else in my stomach so that the super aminos can get to work. So while I'm waiting that 23 minutes, that's when we're going to simulate coming downstairs from the kitchen, and I find my little happy place here. Now you're gonna create your own little happy place, and some people tell me they don't have room for it, and that's not true. You have room for it. If you have 2 square feet in your house, then you have room for it. So I like this little meditation pillow. Again, you can just get it on Amazon, but get whatever's comfortable for you. You can even do this in your bed. You can do this on your couch, whatever you like, right? I have a happy light. So again, can you see that light, how bright it is? So I set it in the window to simulate the sunlight coming into my eyeballs because I live in Seattle and we don't get a lot of morning sun unless it's summertime. So I need the happy light. If you get morning sun, then wonderful. Get morning sun in your eyes. Outdoors is even better. But if you don't get any sun, if it's dark, like here in Seattle, you want to get that happy light. You want to trick your brain into thinking it's seeing the sun, which will set your circadian rhythm. That's going to tell your body, okay, it's daylight. It's time for us to get energy and get moving and get all the hormones that we need for today revved up and ready to go. And then when it gets dark out, that signals your body to create melatonin, right? Which is good for sleep and relaxation and all that. But your circadian rhythm is really important. So that's another great way to help your circadian rhythm. It also just helps with energy and focus and things like that too. So I flip on my happy light. I also have a grounding mat here under my bare feet. So if you haven't heard of grounding before, the benefits are endless. I will tell you, endless, and that's not an exaggeration. Anti-inflammatory, good for your blood, your digestion, your brain, your muscles, all your organs. Like, it's amazing. You're basically getting the frequency of the earth, which is a healing frequency, getting it into your body. The only other way to get it is to put bare skin on the earth. So walking outside is not very possible for a lot of us that live in colder and rainy climates, right? So you can get this, plug it into a grounded outlet, and then put your bare feet on it and get the frequency of the earth. It's very relaxing, very anti-inflammatory for the body. So I have my light, I have my grounding mat, and then you want to start your BAM routine. So this is what I teach my clients, and I've created a guide, my BAM morning guide. So if you want that guide, just put BAM in the comments, BAM, which stands for breathing, affirmations, and movement. All 3 of these things are super, super important to do first thing in the morning. Now, you can make this 2 minutes, or you could make it an hour, whatever works for you, but I know everyone has 2 minutes, right? So I just get my phone, don't start scrolling socials or anything like that, but if you want to do it with a guided method, then just go on YouTube and you can look up guided breathing for stress, or breathing for energy, or breathing for digestion, or whatever you want to look up. Find somebody you like. Find somebody whose voice that you like, because some of these people out there, their voices are really annoying and it's just going to annoy you. So pick one that you like. We don't all enjoy the same people, right? You can find guided affirmations, guided gratitude, guided meditations, whatever is going to make you feel good for your morning and that is going to intentionally get your body into rest and digest is what we want to do. But we all breathe too shallow these days. So if you're breathing up here, that puts your body into fight or flight. We don't want to be in fight or flight all day long. So we intentionally need to get into rest and digest. Also, we're just lacking oxygen throughout the body because we breathe much too shallow. So when we think about breathing, try and breathe down here. Put a hand on your belly, put a hand on your neck, and don't breathe into your top hand, only breathe into your bottom hand. See how only my bottom hand is moving? If the top hand moves like this, and see all these neck muscles engaging, really relax your neck. Intentionally breathe into your bottom hand. Don't be afraid to let that belly come out. That's how we get all of the oxygen into the body, because your breathing muscle is your diaphragm that connects all the way around your ribs. These are not your breathing muscles, but these are typically the ones that we use throughout the day. So intentionally get the oxygen down into the bottom of the lungs. We want to flood the body with oxygen. And then the way we release toxins out of the body is by exhaling. So you want a nice, long, big, almost forceful exhale, or a sigh. But get that CO2, get that carbon dioxide out. Oxygen in, good. CO2 out. CO2 is the toxins getting out of you. That's actually how you lose most of your weight, is through the CO2 getting exhaled. So the more breathing practices you have with good breathing, the more weight you can tend to lose. Fun fact. But oxygenating the body first thing in the morning is going to give you energy. It's going to help the cells of your body work properly. It's going to help your digestion work properly. And setting yourself up in rest and digest is going to turn on your digestion. If you are in fight or flight first thing in the morning, your digestion is not going to work. Then you're going to eat your breakfast. Your breakfast is just going to sit there because your digestion didn't work, right? Then you're at work, you're still in fight or flight, and you're trying to eat at your desk. Well, now you're just putting more food in there, and your digestion still isn't working because you haven't gotten out of fight or flight yet. Then you get home, you eat your dinner, and you wonder why you've got heartburn and bloating and constipation, because at the end of the day, you still haven't digested your food, right? So starting the process off in the morning is really important. So breathing is number one. So you can do that for, even if you did 3 breaths, I don't care what it is, just do a little bit of breathing. Of course, a few minutes is going to be better. Affirmations is number 2. Affirmations or gratitude or both. So I write it down. Studies show you're 42% more likely to accomplish goals if you write them down, but also getting things out of your brain onto paper makes it real, right? Because you have so many thoughts flying around in your brain all day long. Your body and sort of your energy field doesn't really know what's real. Once you write it down on paper, it becomes concrete. It becomes something tangible. So I like to write. I mean, I've got already 1, 2, 3. This is my 4th notebook of the year that I just fill up with things I'm grateful for, goals that I have for myself for today, my intentions for the day, my affirmations. I am healthy, I am strong, I am abundant, I am successful, I am energetic, I am kind, I am peaceful, all of these things. And then really, just a few things of gratitude. Even gratitude just gets your body running at the best frequency, and it's just the quickest way to get your body into rest and digest as well. So I do the breathing, I do the affirmations, gratitude, and then some movement. So your body actually, and I just wanted to get these out because this is when I do a guided affirmation or breathing or whatever, I plug these in. I try not to use earbuds very much because the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth going between your ears, right? What's between your ears? That's your brain. And all that Wi-Fi going in between is not the best. Sometimes you just kind of have to use it if you're out for a run or something. But if you can, try and plug in to your phone to kind of avoid that Bluetooth radiation. So let's talk about movement. So when you are asleep, your muscles actually get paralyzed. And clearly when you're asleep, like your blood isn't flowing through your whole body. Your organs have worked so hard overnight because you do so many processes in the middle of the night while you're just peacefully sleeping. Your body is working so hard on making new cells, getting rid of dead cells, detoxifying your body, getting those toxins flushed through your organs to be excreted. millions of things are going on in your body all night long, and your organs have done it all while stagnant, right? And dehydrated. So that's why we always put water into the body before anything else. And the lemon water will help flush those toxins and things through. But if you don't move your body, if you get up and you drink your coffee and you get in the shower and you sit in your car, nothing here has moved. So your organs are still stagnant from the night, right? So actually, like, getting some movement into your body is going to wake up your organs. It's going to bring blood flow into the organs. Also, your spine, right? Do you know anyone? Is there anyone out there that doesn't know someone with back problems? Everybody has back problems, right? And people just say, well, it's just a part of getting older. It's not a part of getting older. It's that you let your spine become unhealthy. And, you know, I teach Pilates, and what I teach every single day is spine health. It's super, super important, not just to avoid back issues, but, you know, your spinal fluid, all the messages that go from your brain to your body go through your spine. Like, spine health should be a focus of every single person on the planet, and it's just not. So we really need to get the spine moving, get it healthy, get your core moving and healthy so that those organs can get blood flow. Movement creates movement. If you're constipated, get moving. So I'm just going to walk you through my very quick little morning routine of moving the organs and moving the spine. So I just come to hands and knees. Let me take this off so you can see better. Come to hands and knees, and we're just going to do what's called a cat-cow. You've probably heard of it before. But we're going to move the spine, move the organs. So you want to make sure your shoulders are away from the ears. You want to take a breath in. Kind of lift your chest a little bit. You don't want to totally arch the back, but just get that little bit of extension. And then on the exhale, round your spine towards the ceiling. And really, you can see how much the spine is stretching right now. So all those little muscles between the vertebrae, you want to stretch those muscles. And now look what's happening. You're scooping the belly up into the spine and getting that good movement in those organs. And then on the inhale, lift your heart center, get that little extension in the spine so you can, you know, we're kind of rounded forward all day, so it's good to get that little bit of extension and openness in the chest. Exhale, round. So we're just getting some gentle spinal movements here, both directions. And then I just come up onto the tippy toes and press into downward dog. So if you can't do this fully on the ground, you could put your hands on a couch or a chair so that you're a little bit lifted. But we're just going to stretch the back of the legs because everyone's got tight hamstrings, right? People have tight ankles and calves and hamstrings. So you want to lengthen the back of that leg. So kind of lift your tailbone, press your hips back a little bit. Shoulders are away from the ears. And then we're just going to bend one knee, straighten the other leg, press your hips back a little bit. Really get that nice stretch, ankle all the way up into the hamstring. And you can just do a few of those. So we're also strengthening the shoulders here. We're drawing the belly button in away from the floor to engage your deepest core, and we're still breathing. Big breath in. Big breath out. So a few of those. Then we're going to lower the knees to the mat, widen your knees, sink your booty back on your heels, reach your arms, and then we're just going to lower your forehead and just rest it on the mat. So really nice, calming position here because nothing has to work. In this position, you can rest every single muscle in your body. You can rest your face muscles, your neck, your chest, which we're always just sort of tensed up in this area. Rest your spine, rest your belly, and just kind of let everything just be. And then you can really breathe into your diaphragm here. So your diaphragm connects all the way around your rib cage. Think about breathing here to the spine. See if you can see it as I breathe. Imagine that someone's blowing up a balloon underneath your rib cage. So your rib cage expands in all directions. Or imagine that your rib cage is an umbrella. As you breathe in, the umbrella opens. And then, right? So really getting that nice expansive breath, getting as much oxygen into the body as you can. And then coming up, I bring my little pillow back. And of course, you can have your own routine. It doesn't have to be this exact routine, but you want to get your spine moving in all directions. So I like to come up, sit here, nice tall spine, and then put one hand down and then just side bend. Exhaling into the stretch. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, side bend the other way. So you want your spine to be able to do all of those twisting, side bending, extension, flexion, right? But as we get older, we get really stuck because we're like this all day at the computer or driving or cooking or cleaning. We just do this, a lot of this. So we need to get all these good movements in, right? Also, all these good movements, the side bending, things like that, we're opening up these little rib cage muscles. And your rib cage muscles can get really tight and compressed. And look what happens when you compress the rib cage, right? That's when people get that hunchy forward thing. And that's really putting a lot of stress onto your neck because all this weight, your head is now forward. You're putting all that pressure on your neck. That's why we've got so many people with neck and back issues, so much pressure on the spine. So if you can lengthen your rib cage muscles, I actually grew an inch since I started teaching Pilates because it's lengthening your spine and opening up those muscles between the ribs and taking out that compression, right? So getting that good side bending in, and then we want to just get a little rotation too. Your spine loves to rotate. So just kind of pressing into your knee and then open. Do a nice big breath in as you open. Come back to the center, open the other way. And then you can do a little kind of forward twist where you go opposite hand to opposite knee and do a twist here, scooping your belly in. And you can press into your knees, lift the chest, scoop the belly in. Right? So you'll be amazed after you do that. It might be difficult the first couple of times because your muscles are like, what the hell are we doing? We've never done this before, right? But as you keep doing it more, you will be amazed at the energy you have, how much better your digestion is going to work. Like getting the juices flowing in those organs. Like imagine if you know, something didn't work all night long. It was stiff, it was paralyzed and had no water. And then you just put food into it. And your body's like, whoa, what's happening here? And then your body all of a sudden has to go, we got to break down this food and try and get the nutrients out of it. It's just not going to happen very well, right? So that's why doing this morning routine is going to be so great for your digestion. So that took obviously longer than I would normally take. Well, not necessarily, depending on my day. Sometimes I'm in a hurry, sometimes not. But you can do all of that in 5 minutes if you wanted to. Or you could do it in 30 or 60 minutes to really just get so much more benefit, right? So then when I'm done with that, I've waited my 23 minutes for my super aminos to get into my muscles. You know, you can get like definition in your muscles from these aminos. I have people who can't work out for different reasons and they still see muscle definition and they still lose weight because of these super aminos. So then I drink my delicious matcha latte with, I put turmeric drops in there for inflammation. Then for my breakfast, I make the wonderful power shake. This is going to change your life, you guys, and this is part of that 10-day group cleanse that we are doing. Again, if you want the information on getting that cleanse, just drop gut reset in the comments and we'll send you the information on it. So this power shake is going to flood your body with pre-digested, easily absorbable nutrients. And so the first thing that you put into your body nutrient-wise is the most important thing. You know, they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. There is something to that because that's what you're going to run the rest of your day on, right? If you eat a donut, that's what your body is going to use for fuel the rest of the day. How good do you think that fuel is going to be for you, right? So getting all of your nutrients that are pre-digested, you know, if you have gut issues, your body cannot absorb nutrients. It can't break down food properly and it cannot absorb nutrients. So that's what's really important about this power shake for people with gut issues is that your body does not have to work to break this down and your body does not have to work to get the nutrients into the body. That's why it's so impactful when people drink this. And sometimes people will text me on day one and they'll go, it might be in my mind, but I feel so much better already. and I say it's not in your mind, it's that this is the first time you've had all of your nutrients in the cells of your body, maybe in your whole life, right? Because our food is depleted, our guts are depleted, we can't even absorb the nutrients that we're eating. We've been probably eating a lot of shitty food throughout our lives, right? And even if we're eating healthy now, we still need to go back and do that gut repair to get ourselves to be able to absorb the nutrients again. So the Power Shake is the easiest thing in the world. You put it in a shaker bottle like this. This is my water bottle, and you put water. I put 3 ice cubes. I shake it up. I drink it. It literally takes 30 seconds and you have your breakfast. So how easy is that for your morning routine, right? So you get all of your nutrients, you get fiber, you get protein, you get all your detoxifying greens. Those greens are gonna come in and flush all the toxins through your organs to be excreted out of your body. Just that right there, getting the toxins out, will give you so much more energy because your body isn't fighting all day to try and get rid of those toxins or to try and protect you from those toxins, right? So that is my morning routine. And the whole thing is so super simple, is so quick. It's probably under 30 minutes total. And then I get in the shower and then I start my day checking emails and doing work, right? Because I've gotten my body to a point where it's got everything it needs. It's got its oxygen, it's got its nutrients, it's got its protein, it's got its anti-inflammatory stuff. It's so ready to take on the day. Like now I can handle anything. And I've set myself up in rest and digest. So that is really the most important lesson, is to intentionally get your body into rest and digest as many times as you can. Another part of this is if you eat at your computer at work, or if you don't take at least an hour lunch break, you are not digesting your lunch. So this is a new problem because people used to take hour-long lunch breaks. Remember those 3 martini lunches or whatever the guys used to do, but people don't do that anymore. I personally also like to work through lunch because I got shit to get done. So I have another shake at lunch, and I have many different kinds of shakes. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the same one, but my body loves that because, again, I don't have to break it down to assimilate the nutrients. My body, my digestion doesn't even have to work. The nutrients go in, everything else goes out, bing, bang, boom. When I try and eat lunch during my work week, I instantly regret it. Like sometimes I'll have, I'll be like, oh, I really am craving this soup that I made last night or this sandwich or whatever. And I eat it and then I get back to work and I can feel it. And it's sitting right here and it makes me nauseous. And I probably don't have a very good bowel movement the next day. So I've learned my lesson and I have my 2 shakes on my work days. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I can go out to brunch. I can go out with my friends. I can do everything else I want to do and eat everything else I want to eat. But on my weekdays, when I need to be working and be digesting at the same time, I stick with my 2 shakes. So that is what we are doing, you guys, on this gut reset. And it's just amazing, amazing to watch the benefits that come with this program. Again, if any of my clients are watching, please comment with the benefits that you've gotten from these products. They're certified organic, tested for glyphosate. So it's the only food probably in America that you can get that is tested to be glyphosate free and grown in mineral rich soil. So it retains all of its nutrients. And this company is just truly incredibly amazing, and I wouldn't choose to work with anybody if I didn't do my research on it first. So we're going to be starting October 11th. The deadline to order the products is October 2nd, which is Monday. I will give you a link for 25% off your first order. And so you're going to get the super aminos, the shake, the biomedic, which is your, it's going to rebuild your gut lining and detox glyphosate out of your gut. So it's going to improve your gut bacteria, improve leaky gut, and really just start to build back up your gut health. So you get the aminos, the shake, the biomedic, and the apothecary, which is your nighttime deep restorative sleep drink, which it's so delicious, and it truly does put you into that deep slumber where your body can do all those processes that we talked about. It's going to be amazing. We've already got a bunch of people signed up. I'm getting the private Facebook group all ready to go with your meal plan in there, with your access to live daily workouts are in there. What else did I create? Mindfulness exercises. You know, you're going to get accountability, you're going to get motivation, you're going to get support in there from me. And then I'm also offering, just for the people who sign up for the challenge, $100 off a BiomeFX gut microbiome test, which you've probably heard me talk about this a lot. It's the only way that we're actually going to figure out what the root cause of your issues is if we do this microbiome test. And I spend an hour with the doctor. We put together a personalized protocol for you. I spend, you know, a couple of hours with you going over the protocol and checking in with you. And that's the way you're really going to move the needle forward on your gut. If you have chronic issues that you just can't seem to figure out where they're coming from, let's test your gut and we can figure it out fairly easily, create a protocol, and it'll change your life. So you'll also get $100 off only for challengers. So that link is going to be in there as well. All kinds of other fun goodies in the Facebook group. So I'm getting that all set up. I know a lot of you have already requested to join, and I'm just getting it all set up before I let you in. So any questions on the morning routine? Did anybody put anything in here that they do in the morning? Another thing I was talking to someone about in this group is rebounding. If you guys have not heard of rebounding, it's just jumping on a trampoline, and it gets your lymphatic fluid flowing because your lymphatic fluid runs vertically through your body, and it's like your trash delivery system. It takes toxins and other things that you don't want in your body. The lymphatic fluid takes it to be excreted. So getting that fluid moving is so important. It doesn't move on its own. Like blood has the heart to pump it. Lymphatic fluid relies on you to pump it. And so another great thing to do, I have a little trampoline over here. Just get out your trampoline, and you could even jump for 1 minute on a trampoline. It will change your life. So that's another great thing to add in the morning. Anybody else have things that they do in the morning that they recommend? I would love to hear what you guys do. So yeah, put BAM, B-A-M in the comments if you want my BAM guide. If you want the information on the gut reset, you can put reset. And what else did I offer? Oh, the oral health guide. Oral health is super important for gut health, super important for your brain. Like think about how closely connected your gums are to your brain. So oral health is super, super important. And there's lots of different factors to it. So I do have a little oral health guide that might help you too, so you can put oral health. Is there anything else that I forgot that I offered? You can always message me. You can always comment on this video, any questions that you have or anything else you need. If there are no questions, then I will see you all. Well, hopefully I'll see you all in the cleanse. If not, I will see you here, same time next week. Gut Health Happy Hour, 3 p.m. Pacific time every Thursday. Bye, everybody.